Are you unhealthy? Do you know? Hey, this is Dr. Randall here with another one of my Friday videos, and I want to start off with a really stunning study that came out this week about the rate of 17 cancers in those born from 1990 forward. So they have 2 to 3 times more chances of developing these 17 cancers than those who were born in 1955. What changed between 1955 and 1990? The horrible food system. We didn't have ultra-processed foods back in the 60s and 70s when those people were growing up. But starting in the 80s, 90s, 2000, 2010s to today, the grocery store, the fast foods, all restaurants, takeouts are filled with ultra-processed foods containing sugars, seed oils, chemical additives. We are literally poisoning ourselves. But here's some other statistics that, if you missed it this week, I shared on earlier posts. But high blood pressure, at least 1 in 2 of us have high blood pressure that's been diagnosed. That means even more of us have it that's undiagnosed. And we call that the silent killer because unless you check it, you don't know it, and then all of a sudden you have a stroke or a heart attack caused from that high blood pressure. So please get it checked out if you don't know. 30 million Americans have now been diagnosed with diabetes, about 1 in 10, but those numbers are just shooting up exponentially, and we need to do something about that. Diabetes and insulin resistance seem to be the key that unlocks the door to all these other chronic illnesses, and typically that starts with obesity, and we know those numbers are also skyrocketing. At least, I'm trying to think of the number here now, 2 in 5 of people are dealing with obesity, and almost half of us are overweight. So we have these health issues. Liver disease. It used to be liver disease, the most common one was caused from alcohol. And now today, the most common one is fatty liver disease, which comes from excess fructose, excess sugar, excess eating of ultra-processed foods. We are metabolically unhealthy, 9 out of 10 of us. And so we need to change our foods. Doesn't matter if you exercise 24 hours a day. You can look healthy on the outside and be completely unhealthy on the inside. So it's not just about obesity or being overweight. It's about what we put into our bodies that our bodies cannot digest, cannot use, and thus become a toxin. Leaky gut is when our barrier that we have in our intestines becomes looser, allowing toxins to come into the bloodstream, which might lead to leaky brain, which again, is some people are looking at that as diabetes type 3. So I'm just imploring you to ask that question of yourself. How unhealthy are you? Do you know? If you don't, get checked out, especially if you're born after 1990. Oh my gosh, please, please reduce or eliminate as much ultra-processed foods, as much candy, cakes, and all those things with added sugar, because those are the things that are fueling this crisis. All right, this is Dr. Randall, wishing you a great day, a great weekend ahead. Just thinking about you, and I just want you to be healthy and healed and living your optimal life. Take care.